Welcome back to Headlines, everybody. I'm Wes Austin, and these are today's top stories. First up, President Trump's been trading shots with Ukrainian President Zelenskyy. Zelenskyy started it by accusing Trump of disinformation. Well, it's a good thing Zelenskyy doesn't want anything from us, otherwise that would have been really stupid. Then, Trump's getting rid of the remaining Biden-era U.S. attorneys who politicized the law to go after their political enemies. But I wouldn't worry about them too much. Rumor has it they're already being offered jobs in the Chinese government. Next, the Postmaster General is stepping down after years of financial losses at the Postal Service. How about we just try it without one? Can I just be honest? I don't think having a Postmaster General really makes a difference at this point. Let's just leave the office empty, and I bet we won't lose as much money. Sorry, that was a rant that wasn't in the script. Okay, and finally, Disney's live-action Snow White is getting dragged harder than a Disney annual pass price hike. We'll tell you how many dislikes the new trailer got in just 2 days. I mean, how many dislikes it got in 2 days. I'm going to tell you that now. I'm not going to tell you about it in 2 days. I should have written that in a different way. Anyway, let's dive in. President Trump ripped Ukrainian President Zelenskyy, calling him a dictator without elections. Now that's gonna leave a mark. Before Trump's post, Zelenskyy has said this: "Unfortunately, President Trump, I have great respect for him as a leader of a nation that we have great respect for, the American people who always support us, unfortunately lives in this disinformation space." Well, Zelenskyy spent years pretending to be a president on TV, so he should know a thing or two about living in fictional spaces. Zelenskyy saying that President Trump lives in a disinformation space might explain Trump's brutal takedown of Zelenskyy on Truth Social. Here are some of the highlights from Trump's post. President Trump referred to Zelenskyy as a modestly successful comedian. In Ukraine, that means he had fewer bombs than his government's defense budget. Trump also said, "The United States has spent $200 billion more than Europe, and Europe's money is guaranteed, while the United States will get nothing back." Apparently, Europe loaned Ukraine money, and the United States gave it away. So Europe's like, sure, you can borrow the car, just bring it back with a full tank. Meanwhile, the United States just handed over the keys, the title, and threw in a gas card for life. Apparently, the only thing Joe Biden negotiated harder than foreign policy was staircases. Trump also said, "On top of this, Zelenskyy admits that half of the money we sent him is missing. He refuses to have elections, and the only thing he was good at was playing Biden like a fiddle." Is Trump talking about Zelenskyy or the DNC? President Trump has announced that he's ordered the Justice Department to fire all U.S. attorneys appointed during the Biden administration, writing this on Truth Social. "Over the past 4 years, the Department of Justice has been politicized like never before. Therefore, I have instructed the termination of all remaining Biden-era U.S. attorneys. We must clean house immediately and restore confidence." Trump's cleaning house at the DOJ like it's an episode of Hoarders, except this time, the garbage is all Biden-era appointees, and trust me, no one's gonna miss the smell. Postmaster General Louis DeJoy is resigning from the U.S. Postal Service. He informed the Postal Service Board of Governors that they needed to find his replacement. Apparently, he submitted his resignation letter 3 weeks ago, but it just arrived today. This was the Postmaster General that covered his ears while testifying before Congress.
Responsible for all the Postal
so it's
Service.
Congress's,
I am trying to fix
on your
the Postal
watch,
Service.
With all the AI.
Before my watch, the same stuff happened.
With all the AI, with all the computer systems, you're worse than if I took a horse and picked up the mail and delivered it 2 miles down the road. That's you. I hope you got that on camera. This is the response that the postmaster just gave Congress when he doesn't like what he hears. Literally covered his ears.
Finally, a government official honest enough to show us exactly how they handle public complaints. DeJoy was appointed in 2020. In 2023, the U.S. Postal Service lost $5.1 billion, and in 2024, they lost $9.5 billion. They've had 16 consecutive years of net income decline since 2007, with cumulative losses surpassing $100 billion, or as Congress calls it, a rounding error. Turns out, going postal was actually their financial strategy. So they're looking for a new Postmaster General. But how do you replace a guy who ran the Postal Service like it was Lehman Brothers in 2008? Honestly, the Postal Service doesn't need a new leader. It needs a priest, a shovel, and a quiet funeral out back. Good news! The live-action Snow White is still making waves of contempt. Disney somehow turned Happily Ever After into hard pass, never again. Disney's live-action Snow White remake starring Rachel Zegler is continuing to receive backlash, with its latest sneak peek receiving 84,000 dislikes on YouTube in just 2 days. The film, which has been delayed multiple times and has an estimated budget of $300 million, has been overwhelmingly rejected by fans. The first teaser trailer received 101,000 likes with 1.5 million dislikes, and the official trailer received 44,000 likes and 1.2 million dislikes. That's $300 million well spent if the goal was to make Cats look like a masterpiece. Much of the outrage comes from actress Rachel Zegler's dismissive comments about the original 1937 classic, calling it outdated and misogynistic. Zegler further angered many fans when she posted this political statement: "May Trump and his supporters never know peace." Let's be real. The only happy ending here is if Disney rewrote it so Snow White stayed in her coma. Thanks for watching Headlines. I'm Wes Austin. Good night.